Yeah, I think Amit has really given a good landscape in terms of the timelines. My sense is that I don't expect any abrupt policy reversal from any of the central banks. I think it's going to be a very calibrated, slow approach. Like I mentioned earlier, you will start seeing a lot more chatter and maybe some form of informal guidance coming in around, say, third quarter of this calendar. But the actual rate event, I think, is a 2022 sort of a phenomena. Till then, my view is that even in India for RBI, you may actually see some sort of a three-stage process, which means that they will essentially first reduce the surplus liquidity in the system, then possibly move towards changing their stance from being accommodative to maybe neutral, and then only go ahead in effecting a rate hike. So I think it's still some time away. So I think what Amit mentioned in terms of a 9 month to 12-month timelines, this seems fair. So we will be discussing rate hikes maybe in 2022, unless you really start seeing a great shock to both in terms of inflation really shooting up to levels which sort of creates its own level of distortion. So I think that's really the way to look at central bank action. But
Right.
I think as we've seen in the past, typically emerging markets sort of preempt the moment they get a hint that US is likely to hike rates. You've seen it in the previous two cycles as well, and I don't see any reason why it would be any different. I think they will need to, in a way, sort of protect their economies from any fund-related flows. So I think besides building reserves, this would be the second best measure that they'll have to do.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.